Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
Gentlemen, welcome. How are we doing today?
Fucking terrible.
What's up,
We
fellas?
have no Derek. Oh, there he is.
Bad. Badness.
Nothing?
We got you. We're good. You just weren't there at first.
Okay.
You've been
I
there
feels
for
it.
me. You're there for me.
I was late.
How's
You
everybody's weekend? Good?
My weekend was good. Monday was not.
Yeah, it was
Good.
good.
Yeah.
Got some snow, went sled riding. That was good stuff.
Oh,
We
look
didn't
at
get
you.
snow. I didn't get snow.
You didn't get snow?
No?
You got snow
I got
down the
snow.
holler?
Yeah, we
I
got snow.
Down in the holler.
Nah, I didn't get snow.
It was flying.
I didn't get
Flying
anything.
in the holler.
I didn't get anything like that. I got what did I get? Nothing. No, I didn't have to shovel this weekend. It was good. I'm gonna have to shovel tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Allegedly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to shovel tomorrow, but I don't know.
Don't tell me that.
I mean, just me. I mean, you got snow this weekend. Maybe that's what I'm getting tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
I got to drive up there tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you gotta come get these couches. Fuck,
I do.
get them out of here.
I'm sorry.
Come on, I'm giving you free couches for God's
I
sake.
know. I'm pumped. Super pumped.
They're not even that beat up. Well, one of them's not even that beat up. The
Yeah,
other-
well.
Put the other one somewhere where like only extra company sits on that one.
Well, let's just go ahead and get it rolling since you want to talk about extra company. Let's talk about extra company. So how about our boy Kenny Omega, old Spirit Fingers McDicklebang or whatever
No.
the fuck.
Twinkle Toes McFinger.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Old Twinkle Toes McFingerbang. Man, he wants a matchup with Brock Lesnar here coming up. What's this nonsense? Brock Lesnar would destroy Kenny Omega.
Okay. So here's my initial. I sent this. My initial reaction to this was like Brock Lesnar or like Kenny Omega dream match wants to fight Brock Lesnar eventually. I literally saw that and I went, wait, what? First of all, if you guys know, I mean, I'm sure you guys know, but like if anybody knows, like, maybe Kenny doesn't know, Brock Lesnar is known to work particularly stiff. Not Chris Benoit stiff, but he's not the stiffest. He's not the gentlest guy. He's not your Mr. Perfect. He's not your Randy Orton. He will throw you onto your head a lot, actually, and that's the gimmick of the match. It's Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mr. Kenneth Omega Man wants to wrestle Brock. I mean, maybe Kenny Omega likes to get thrown on his head. Look, he was in New Japan for a long time. They like that stuff down there too. I'm not saying that like he couldn't get thrown on his head. I'm just saying that like at this point in time, if that match were to be booked, likely in WWE, because let's face it, Brock ain't going anywhere else. Nobody's throwing Brock Lesnar money. Kenny Omega's going to get thrown on his head after WWE buys AEW, probably next year, and Brock will come back just to throw Kenny Omega onto his head. Bam! 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 You want to see Brock? Oh my God! Do you think that Brock Lesnar would go up in the One-Winged Angel?
For sure. It's the most devastating finisher in all of professional wrestling, pal.
That's why I set you up there, Walt. No. Brock would I don't know, take a dump on Kenny's shoulders or something, and then take him to Suplex City while Kenny's still all poopy on his shoulders, and then he would get like 6 F5s. And he wouldn't even try to pin him like, I can't believe he kicked out of the first one. No, he would just F5 him basically until Kenny was just like, bleh. And he would pin him like this.
I think for whatever reason, Kenny's got like a streak for that going right now. Like he wants to do some crazy get hurt matches.
He wants to. Look. He's about to go in an exploding barbed wire match, which I'm sure will be much, much, much worse than if they would just fucking wrestle each other for one time. Please, just fucking wrestle each other. But no, okay. Exploding
Be a bold strategy,
wire.
Tom. I don't know about that.
I don't know. Maybe
like just a straight up wrestling match, like no gimmicks
on a wrestling show. Never.
I don't know.
No, there's no explosions here.
We can't let Gimmicks R Us go out of business. They need the
Anyway.
money.
Do they?
They probably had to take out some of that PP loan money or whatever it's called for small businesses.
Small PP.
You know, like the Penguins did, because that was
PP
smart of
money.
them. Anyway, not a hockey show. Anyway,
small PP money.
Moving on. Small PP money.
Speaking of small PP, Kenny Omega and an exploding barbed wire match with John Moxley.
I'm looking forward to it.
I don't want to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
What else do you got going on that night that's more important?
I don't.
It'll be. Have you seen one?
Like,
I mean, at least now you can go through life and be like, I've seen one of those. Yeah.
I've seen exploding time bomb matches, and it's stupid. It's the dumbest. Look, if it was a good gimmick, Vince would have used it. He didn't because it's dumb. It's dumb.
So speaking of things that if it was a good gimmick, Vince would have used, but he didn't. Let's talk about Austin Aries this weekend at his little autograph signing.
Okay.
That was pretty shady.
Okay, I'm glad.
Go ahead, Tom. Yeah.
Luckily, we're all on the same page with this. Walt, you had COVID, sort of.
Tell me.
You were one of the lucky ones. I've been lucky to not have it. However, I've been unlucky enough to know people who have had it, and to know my sisters are medical care professionals as well as my brother-in-law. And they've watched people die from it. Austin Aries, however, not only was it look, I don't care if you don't want to wear a mask, you don't want to wear a mask around other people. I don't care. Look, your life means nothing to me. It means not you guys, not you guys. Other people who choose to do that, their lives mean absolutely nothing to me. Okay, like if you get COVID and from playing stupid games and you die from COVID, that's on you, bro. That's on you. I'm not really gonna leave this room. I'm gonna be vaccinated like fully here in like 2 weeks, and I'm done. It's over for me. However, if you are some sort of a celebrity type, or you're just somebody who like can go to meet and greets like Austin Aries, and you're like, oh, he signed the tinfoil hats and they took pictures without the masks on because COVID's not real. COVID's very real. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's very real, okay? And you'll kill your grandma. You'll be sick for 2 weeks, at least, if you're, young and healthy. Or if you're like my buddy, like you're going to have to go get your eye repaired because you're diabetic and it fucking like spiked your sugar and like you almost went blind in one eye. It's no fucking joke, okay? And they're just all joking out there, ha ha ha, slap each other on the back. Yes, Austin Aries is a physical specimen. If he gets COVID, he'll probably be fine, like Drew McIntyre was. Probably be fine. Young man, physical specimen, probably be fine. However, if he has it and he passes it on to a bunch of older and or less physical specimen fans, he could theoretically kill a bunch of people with it. So, whatever. So, just to throw this out there, fuck Austin Aries. Not because like, probably he has made himself irrelevant and just nothing. What is Austin Aries? Is Austin Aries anything? I mean, yeah, he was like the Impact champion. Go ahead. I want to hear this. Somebody defend Austin Aries. Well,
No. I was just going to jump in there and say at least it's not going to be a super spreader event because nobody really gives a shit about Austin Aries.
So you're saying he might infect like 2 people?
Yeah, it was like at a food court in like Denver or something.
All 3 people that walked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If Austin Aries is keeping his group small because he's a fucking unlikable son of a bitch and nobody really gives a shit about him anyway, then whatever. Maybe you don't have to wear a mask around Austin Aries because him just being Austin Aries creates a a social distancing, because he sucks so much.
There's definitely an aura of douche that it seems to
everybody keeps their
emanate
own
from him.
They keep their social distance from Austin Aries, and he doesn't
Takes one to
understand.
know one.
Hey, look, I would hug Derek before I would get within 6 feet of Austin Aries. Period. Period.
That's a hell of a compliment, Tom.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I mean,
let's start the show.
To be fair, though, I guess a lot of people that were there were like, hey, this has kind of gotten blown out of proportion. Like he offered folks to not wear their mask if they wanted to have their photos taken with him without their mask for their future memories, not just their COVID memories.
I see. Well, if that's the risk that he wants to take, then and that participants are interested in, then I'd say they're all adults. At least I would assume, or guardians. Unfortunately, you don't have a very smart guardian if they're like, sure, son, it's fine. But it is what it is. I personally would not be going to meet and greets at this point in time. But
especially for Austin fucking Aries.
Well, yeah.
Hold on. I've talked to Shane Douglas, the franchise, like 6 times because he's a Pittsburgh guy. And he's at all the Comic-Cons, all the events, everything I ever go to. The franchise, Shane Douglas is there. I walk up. I don't even wait in line. I walk up to him. Occasionally, I buy something. I have him sign it. Notice it's not on the wall. Sorry. Anyway. Well, it's not really like he's... Look, besides the Viagra on a pole match. But anyway, cool guy before I'd meet Austin Aries, because fuck Austin Aries. Walt, back to you.
So, with all of the pleasantries out of the way this week, did you guys watch Elimination Chamber last night?
Never heard of her. Of course
Just
I did.
Finished.
Yeah?
Yep.
Overall, not a bad little show.
We got time out of my afternoon to get this in.
We got some twists and some turns and some, some plot changes. I kind of like it going into WrestleMania here with a little shake-up.
I liked it a lot. It seemed like it was missing most of the women.
I thought it was a steaming turd. It was terrible. It was a waste of 2 hours. That sucked.
That was the part. The problem is that it was only 2 hours. Like, it was shorter than Raw. Like, there's a longer show on right now.
That's terrible when the pay-per-view.
It had a 2 hour and 33-minute runtime, just for the record.
And a lot of it was like, upcoming.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was actually going to bring that up. Like, I'm wondering if you get the upper tier of the Peacock that removes the commercials, does that also mean that I can remove like the commercials for WrestleMania and
I'm gonna assume
this coming Raw and blah blah blah? Yeah, I would assume so as well. But that's
I don't think so.
I don't care about the Broken Skull sessions with Sasha Banks that comes on after Raw tonight. Like,
I'm gonna watch it. Can't wait.
I'm sure you are.
Oh, I can't wait.
Whatever, Sammy
Sasha
Guevara.
Banks in all of her glory.
Uh-huh.
Be awesome.
She's the best performer in wrestling right now.
I mean, she deserves more airtime than AEW gave Serena Deeb and Riho on Wednesday.
Dude, that was the best match I've ever seen. You shut your mouth.
Yeah, right.
What a disservice to Serena Deeb.
Bro, and like people on the internet, people in the internet wrestling community are saying that that's the greatest women's match of all time.
I mean, no. What are they, drunk?
Oh, it was such a great match. You got to watch it. Oh, go out of your way. Watch Serena Deeb and Riho.
Look, I like Serena Deeb. I am not telling you I don't. I like Serena Deeb.
She's the best thing to happen to the AEW women's division. That's for damn sure.
I am all in on Serena Deeb. Like, give me Serena Deeb. However, Riho ain't it. I mean, she's not. Like, I understand Kenny Omega's got this like weird Japanese schoolgirl fetish, and like Riho fills that to a T. But I mean, she just ain't it, man. Like, she's look. I know a bunch of perverts that are into her. Like, I mean, not a bunch. I know a few, but like, it's just not. It's not. No, it's.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me.
Not
Tom
even,
has a wide circle of friends. He knows all kinds of strange people.
I know way too many people. I'm sorry.
So,
but no, it's just not right. It's not okay.
no. And now
No,
we're
I'm not
going
a
to get
big
an
fan.
entire like free stream on Bleacher Report on Sunday, special event, Riho versus Thunder Rosa. If that's anything but a squash match, I'm going to be pretty pissed off.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I thought that Riho versus that should have been a squash match. Like clearly, like she's huge. Get her over as your monster. Let her like they did this with Rey Mysterio a bunch. Like Rey would come out and get killed by the monster the first time, and then he'd have to build himself back up to like attack. Like that's storytelling. They just don't have that in AEW. Like they could
No.
build Riho, but like they've built her to be this sort of like resilient, like hang with anybody. It's like no, it's just not how it works. It doesn't.
No,
It
it doesn't make sense. It visually doesn't look good.
No,
No.
it's just not. It's so yeah, it's bad.
But
Well, that's not what we were meant to talk about.
I know, but I had to throw it
Why are you
out there.
taking us
But,
off in the weeds like that, bud?
but at least
So
at least AEW made their women visible this week. Because I sure as shit
True. True story.
the best women's division in the entire professional wrestling world was not on display this week very much on WWE television, more specifically on Elimination Chamber last night. We got Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair versus the women's tag team champions Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and that was about it. No Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion, who's supposed to be your perennial badass.
That was it.
Yeah, they've really been doing a disservice to Asuka lately.
I think they've been doing a disservice to the women's division as a whole.
Yeah, period. Like all of them.
Are you saying this because Ric Flair got Lacey Evans pregnant?
I mean
Is that?
So okay, hold on. I have to defend that.
Oh, this should be good.
That because hear me out. So Ric Flair. So the Ric Flair Lacey Evans thing, like Lacey Evans legitimately got pregnant. She's legitimately pregnant with her boyfriend. However, she's not Becky Lynch tier where it's like, okay, she's pregnant now, but we're just gonna go ahead and make it the angle of like, well, she's pregnant, she's gonna go off and be a mom, and good luck to her. They said it as like, oh, it's Rick's baby, and now the problem is, and that can be money. That's at least a stall gimmick. But God, they've really put this whole women's division on hold since Becky got pregnant and went away, didn't they? It's been on hold for a year now, right?
I mean, since the Becky Lynch went away, it's definitely stalled out. I mean, we've had some good things,
Bayley's run was great. Look, I don't want to discredit Bayley. She had the best women's title run that started before that all happened, ended in the middle of it. But I mean, look, she's going through her own thing right now, and I think she's taking a little break. She put the whole women's division on her shoulders. God, her shoulders got to be tired by now, right? Because like Asuka's not carrying it.
No, and it's like I said in
I don't get why they're not using her.
It's like I said in my little rant video that I did about Asuka a couple months ago. They're too busy parading her out there and making her dance around and act like an extra in a Godzilla movie rather than letting her be the Asuka that we've come to know and love, and the lovable badass that just goes out there and destroys people. What are we doing with her here? It's almost like she's become an afterthought for the second time in her career, and where we should be showcasing that Raw Women's Championship and trying to keep the prestige that's been built behind it, due to Becky Lynch, because eventually Becky's going to come back and eventually she's going to be right back in the mix on this title picture. And then she's going to have to help build that Raw Women's title back up because WWE's just kind of let it go to the wayside. If you really look at it, the SmackDown Women's Championship has become the premier women's championship since Bayley won it. And now it's still continuing to get that push with Sasha Banks behind it. But that wasn't the case a year ago. The premier title for the women's division was the Raw Women's Championship, and Becky Lynch had a lot to do with that. Actually, Becky Lynch had everything to do with that. And, it's kind of sad because at the same time that like the Raw Women's Championship was in such high regard, Bayley was really busting her ass to build that SmackDown Women's Championship up, to make it mean something. And now, they've kind of flip flopped, and that SmackDown Championship's important, and the Raw is just like, whatever, it's here. It's here.
Basically, creative has come to their champion and said, well, yeah, we've got nothing for you.
But we're going to team you up with Charlotte Flair and put the tag team titles on you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, go sit in catering. Other than that, please.
And I mean, they put it back on. Look, they're wasting Shayna and Nia as well because I mean, you have two top tier heels. I mean, as far as the women's champ, not that Nia's like super good in the ring, but like, I mean, how many monster heels do you have on the women's side ever? Period. Like, I can think of two in existence.
I wish they'd find some new ones. I'm not really a huge
I mean, if you think about it, we have 3 on the roster right now. You've got Nia Jax, you've got Raquel Gonzalez, and you've got Mercedes Martinez. All 3 are monsters.
And Nyla Rose.
And
Nyla Rose on AEW.
Yeah.
But she's never around either. Look, I'm just saying, like, we're talking about big women, like big, like, but that's it. I mean, and that's the list. Like, you have a deceased in China.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Not that she was ever used as a monster heel. She was a babyface most of the time, and she fought men. Or she was Triple H's bodyguard, which was just a heat magnet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I feel like the monster heel is a thing that's been underutilized, particularly in the women's division, because I feel like that's really where it's useful. Oh my God, in the women's division particularly, because then you can pull in a Shayna Baszler, you can pull in a Ronda Rousey, and say, no, these women are killers, and you just have them kill the monster heel, and it's like, oh my God, we need to have the ultimate hero to build up, and you need to have the Becky Lynch, you need to have the Charlotte Flair to come in and build up and like defeat that ultimate terror, because they killed the monster heel like it was nothing, and the monster heel has already like monstered the white meat baby face. So God, there's that level of just like, man, and Asuka too. Asuka could be that level of just like, just insane. Like, I'm better than everybody else because I'm Asuka.
She had that forever in NXT. If they would have left the the streak intact and everything, and then they went and they gave it to Charlotte, who needed absolutely no push at the time, which was total waste. It was definitely sorry not to get off on a Asuka rant, but yeah, the way she got treated there sucked, and the way she's getting treated right now sucks.
Asuka's been champion for more days than she hasn't been. She's been the top champion. So, like, you could say that, like, the way they treat Asuka, so they put the belt on Asuka and they leave the belt on Asuka. So it's not like you can maybe disagree with storylines. I don't know what the backstage area stuff is with that, but like, Asuka's had her time. She has her time. It's time to move on. I think. She can be utilized as sort of the undercard, maybe it's not undercard necessarily, but like sort of the challenger, somebody to hold it for a little bit and then drop it. But these long title runs for Asuka have to stop. It just doesn't work. It drags everything out, and then it's like, oh, we got this long Asuka title run. But like the title goes undefended and not on pay-per-views for months and months at a time, and then it's like, oh, it shows up at WrestleMania, and it's like, we're supposed to give a shit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, pal.
Like,
it is WrestleMania.
I will tell you though what I do find interesting.
Tom's going to WrestleMania, everybody. He's announcing it now.
There's no sign up there.
I will tell you what I find interesting though, and I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticed this, but NXT is quietly building a women's tag team division.
Not quietly. It's pretty loud there with the Dusty Classic with all the women there.
Yeah, but they didn't break any of those teams up after the Dusty Cup was over.
No, of course not. So yeah, I think it would be really cool if Ember and you don't like that, really? God, Derek, Jesus Christ.
Ember and Shotzi sucks.
No.
Way. It's all gimmick, man. It's all gimmick. No substance at all.
No,
Ember Moon needs more seasoning,
Ember is
unfortunately.
fantastic.
She had
great. Shotzi's great
what?
too.
No, she is not great.
Look, whatever. Okay, just okay. Watch your flippy bullshit on Wednesdays. We'll be over here.
They'll successfully land their flippy bullshit. It won't be a botch fest whenever it's on.
We'll be over here in the big boy rooms with the professionals.
You enjoy your tank with the nice shooty Nerf gun.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and agree with Derek on this one. I think Shotzi Blackheart is way overrated.
Ooh.
You're not going to think that when she takes Io's title off of her.
You think?
Nah.
They got to put her back in a singles competition.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think that at all. No,
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I do really have a feeling that Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez are going to take the tag titles from Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler on Wednesday.
Truthfully, I want to see that. Like all joking aside, that's what I want to see. I want to see that happen. I want to see those tag titles on NXT because NXT they seem to hold titles and hold title matches, and it all seems to be tighter. And I feel like I want to see Shayna in a title picture. I want to see Nia in a title picture. In fact, they should split them. They should put one on Raw, one on SmackDown. Let them continue to both be heels. Look, Nia Jax is on the heel run of her career right now, and you can feel free to disagree with me, whatever, but you're wrong.
No, I won't agree. I won't disagree
because her in-ring chatter is top notch, and it's better than it could be. And look, she takes things. They give her chicken shit, and she turns it into fucking grilled chicken salad, and it's wonderful.
Her in-ring chatter has definitely been next level.
Like Nia Jax, absolutely. She's turning things that could be absolutely complete trash into just pristine wonderfulness. And it's not that she has the best matches. We were never expecting that out of her. I don't expect that out of her. However, I expect her to be able to take what she's given, and even if what it is like kind of bullshit, like pull it up to like, now that's what I'm talking about. So she's doing that. Shayna Baszler, we know what she can do, right? Like you can strap the rocket to her, and she will carry that thing and make it like as important as humanly possible. And like, Shayna's gonna kill you. Shayna's gonna kill you. You know, if Ronda Rousey was the 10 out of 10 for like getting eyes on things, Shayna's 8 out of 10. What needs to happen. They need to split that up, make it a thing, make everybody bad guys, and just let it roll. See what happens. Put belts on both of them, and then whenever Becky comes back, whenever she wants to come back, put her wherever, and let Charlotte go wherever else. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, because Charlotte's going to be a star anywhere she goes. And I think
there's no need to put the belt on Charlotte right now. I mean, it's going to be a huge moment whenever she finally gets up to... Because where's she at right now? Like, some ridiculous number. Is she in the teens?
She's 13, I believe.
Yeah.
12 or 13. She's right there.
No, she's 13. I mean, they'll put it on her 16 times for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you got to save those up. She's got a long career ahead of her still.
I mean, you could put it on her 25 times. I think it'll still be good.
I would agree with that.
Look, I love Charlotte. Look, you want to put belts on Charlotte Flair and put her in main events on Raw and SmackDown for the next decade, please.
I don't understand why she catches so much flack on the internet.
She got fed a lot. They fed a lot of people too early, especially
they fed Asuka to her. It's a prime example right there.
Come on, bro. You can't even say they fed Asuka.
She was on 100 and
fucking phenomenal, and Charlotte deserved to win that match.
No.
Come on, bro. Don't come at me with that fed Asuka bullshit. Get out of here with that nonsense.
She didn't need it.
Pull your nose out of Asuka's ass. because the streak needed to end there, just like Goldberg's streak needed to end when it did. Okay, the time has come, pal, and it was done perfectly. I would have been okay if Asuka would have won that match, but the fact that she didn't win that match made it all the more special. It made that entire run mean so much more because she finally got beat on the grandest stage of them all in what I would say is the match of the night at WrestleMania.
That was phenomenal.
She should have used a taser.
Also,
with piped in noise.
Yeah.
It's important to point out at this point the whole backstage aura of Charlotte is that not only is Charlotte Flair, not only does everybody have their best match with Charlotte, unbelievable, just best in slot matches did Charlotte and Bayley, or Charlotte and Sasha, Charlotte and Becky. How many great matches did they have together? All the horsewomen, but like everybody has the best match with Charlotte. You insert Charlotte into a match, it immediately becomes better. She's just better. And right now, she's better than she's ever been. Right now, everything's crisper, everything's cleaner. She looks phenomenal, and like everything it's right. She is like
she's in great shape.
She is primed to be the best she's ever been, ever. And that's an impressive thing to say for somebody with the accolades of her. Like, she's just like, it's like, oh, somebody who was already approaching the greatest ever is now in the greatest like shape of her life to be better than the greatest ever. So good for her. And yeah, give me more Charlotte, please.
All I'm saying is a WWE Hall of Famer.
I'm a Charlotte mark, and Charlotte is phenomenal. I mean, first round, like the day she retires, they're going to be like, "You're a Hall of Famer next time, right? You're coming out." Hopefully, Rick's still alive. I mean, I hope Ric Flair lives to be 130 because
I hope he turns out to be the Betty White of the wrestling world.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already kind of in that
absolutely.
company.
Look, he's getting there. He's getting there. Look, the day Ric Flair dies is going to be a really, really, really sad day. It's going to be the saddest day. It'll be terrible. Weren't we talking about kayfabe? I thought we were talking about kayfabe.
Well, I want to get there. Let's talk about Elimination Chamber a little bit.
Yes, let's go there.
Overall, man, I thought it was a really good show. Derek, the look on your face tells me that you disagree. What's your issue with Elimination Chamber, pal?
I don't know, man. Not to say that it was a trash festival or anything, but it was just boring. Like, I wasn't too into it, to be honest. The final men's Elimination Chamber match was decent, but the first one, in my honest opinion, even though I enjoy those wrestlers normally more, I thought was a pretty shitty match. Maybe it was just because it was the first one, and I needed to get warmed up a little bit.
You know, here's the thing.
I don't know.
I'm sitting there. I was watching Elimination Chamber last night, and that first match, that first Elimination Chamber match, I saw that, and I was watching it, and I was like, man, you know what? I think Derek is probably going to shit all over this thing, and like, because I'll agree with you. I felt like it was kind of slow, but at the same point in time, I think that it was exactly what it needed to be. You didn't need it to be some like crazy, wild, like drawn out, flippy floppy, wild ass show, because you had a different style performer in there than you're used to seeing in these types of matches. You know, you had guys like King Corbin, who's like this hard hitter, and then you got Cesaro, and you got Daniel, but you just had a different style superstar in there, and I really enjoyed that match, man. I don't know what you're talking about, but I did. I had a feeling when I was watching it that I was like, man, we're going to go in here tomorrow, and Derek's going to shit all over this thing, and you did not let me down. You didn't let me down. Tom,
what do you think? Yeah.
Derek, you drunk?
I feel like Tom's so disappointed in me right now.
You've been You've been hitting that booger sugar mollies and putting them up your nose there. You've been what the fuck's going on? You got something wrong with your eyeballs?
I don't know,
Your
man.
eyeballs.
It was
There's
just,
something fucking wrong with your eyeballs,
that was
buddy.
not what I wanted to see. First match of the night.
No,
I wasn't.
that was exactly.
I wasn't into it. I was excited whenever it was going to be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I was like, "Oh, that's a nice." Now that spot was good. Whenever Sami is,
Look,
who was
shut
it?
up,
Came from
shut up,
behind
shut up,
and got him.
shut up.
That
No, you're
was
done.
funny.
No, shut up. You don't need to talk anymore. All right. So
Sami Zayn's a national treasure, pal.
Sami Zayn
Yes, he is.
in Canada. Look, everything about that match. That was the match of the night. In fact, we'll get there.
Match
that
of the
was-
night.
That was the match of the night. Look,
Wow.
man, you put Cesaro out there. You put Daniel Bryan out. We put King. Look, I fucking love me some King Corbin. Look,
I
don't
can't wait until
fucking
there's
even
fans
get
to
in my
boo him
face.
out of the fucking building.
What?
Yeah, because I loves me. Look, here's the thing about King Corbin. He shows up, he beats the shit out of everybody. It looks good. It looks clean. That's it. He's there for like, boom, and then like he's gone. He's like a big pop, and then nothing. I like King Corbin, and everybody likes to work with Baron Corbin because the man doesn't hurt anybody. Nobody. That's why he's always in the title picture, because whoever's the champ is like, yeah, I don't know where that guy. Why? Because it's fucking easy. Like he puts everybody down so soft. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
guaranteed to make it to the big stage. I'll be on the show and not hurt.
I want to go home and don't be like, oh my fucking neck. And like everybody wants to do that because you don't want to be Edge and have to like forfeit the title at like 32 and be like, yeah, my neck is fucking broken because Chris Benoit threw me on it 300 times, and then Kurt Angle did, and then Brock Lesnar did, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that. You want to be the guy that fights Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I mean, he still came out and got a sign last night. That was exciting.
And right into the middle of your back. Yeah.
Edge came out with the. It's over there. He's going to the big show.
He is. We'll get to that, but like for me, it's really a matter of like that match. I felt like was everything I wanted it to be. I liked having Cesaro out there. I love the Daniel Bryan one, and then I love the like little altercation. Look, whatever was going to happen with Roman Reigns after the fact, because you knew like that was the next thing that was going to happen. I love that Daniel Bryan puts him into the yes lock immediately, and everybody goes, "Oh, is Daniel Bryan about to take it?" It didn't happen, but there was that like jolt of like, "Oh," and like everything that happened.
Awesome.
Everything that happened in that match for me was like just so good, and like everybody got their shit in. Everything happened. Like Jey Uso threw Kevin Owens' arm into the thing and banged it. It was good. It was good from start to finish. I liked it a lot, and I felt like all of it made sense. All of it told a story. None of it was like overdone bullshit. It was all like, hey, here's a bunch of good wrestlers, guys. Watch some good wrestling for a little bit. Best match of the night. Best storytelling of the night. It culminated. Look, I'm not even going to call what happened after the fact a match, although it was a match on the card. I'm not even calling it a match. It was just an after segment, sort of in the same way the like Miz segment was at the end of the show when he cashed
Pump
in.
your brakes, pal. Pump your brakes.
Okay. Anyway, it was just a segment. It wasn't a like no. Look, Roman wasn't going to lose the title. And then Edge comes out, spears, points the thing. Right on time.
Yeah.
Look, it was fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's move on.
So after that, we got that piss poor effort of a women's tag team match.
It was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine.
I think I actually walked around the house and picked up some like random shoes and put them away and did a little bit of errands while that match was on.
Solid dad work there.
Yep.
Solid dad work.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of into the Reginald thing. I'm not gonna lie.
It was like I said. It was fine. The Reginald thing was fine. I didn't have a problem with it.
And then obviously we had the Raw or the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. I know I'm bouncing around here. You got to find the rest of the damn card because I'm
Oh,
up.
there was the USA title match too,
Oh yeah, Derek. Hey, pal.
Yeah.
How you feel about that one?
bro.
I was not very happy about that one. I was not very
What the
I
fuck?
mean it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. It was fine. And I mean fine in a good way. but but the outcome was, I like Bobby Lashley. I wanted him to hold the title. We'll talk about him some more later on in the thing. I don't want to jump into too far into the Elimination Chamber, but since he had 2 segments on last night's show. But
So Bobo, I think Bobo had. We're calling him Bobo now, by the way. No, I thought Bobby Lashley looked dominant, and I like that he's now out of the USA title picture because, truth be told, like he's a man.
do you like the bro?
No, but I get it, and like for me, it's more of a personal thing. Like I disliked Matt Riddle more before, but now that the USA title is sort of back into the undercard and less, you had that there literally for this, right? That's oh my god, I can't believe. Wait, that was on your foot?
Yeah.
That was on your foot the whole time?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Anyway,
Walt needs to do an entrance now.
You kick those out
Yeah.
on your way into the podcast.
Hey, you know what I hate, and I've realized this earlier today, and I just feel like at first it was cool, and now I'm over it. Is those giant graphics that they put up whenever they do have an entrance, and now they're customized for everybody. Like Riddle has a flip flop or a slide, whatever you want to call it, and like AJ Styles has stuff, and Asuka has her mask things, and everybody has some. Sasha Banks has boss time, whatever. It's like. I'm good. Can we get more creative with our videos and stuff? It's overdone. Stop it.
Look, WWE creative is not creative.
God, they get on an idea and they're like, "This is what we're doing, boys." It's such good shit, as Vince would say.
My 5-year-old is creative. She's way more creative than WWE creative.
Maybe they're hiring.
Hey, they're constantly hiring, by the way.
Is they hire? I mean, that's probably there's child labor laws involved.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Nah, maybe when she's 18. I mean, look,
you could classify her as a prodigy, possibly, and then, she can go ahead and head out into the workforce.
Can they book me? I feel like I'm more creative than WWE.
Oh, are you going to David Arquette this thing?
I mean, I'm more creative.
No, he's going to Bad Bunny this thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to Tom Velta this thing. So fuck Yins on that. Anyway.
Tom's going to be the 24/7 champion before it's over. That's what he's going to book himself into.
Look, I've got at least 50 pounds in Bad Bunny and way more training. I can fucking choke that motherfucker out in 0 seconds flat because my arms are bigger than his whole body. Anyway, yeah, so fuck, I don't even know.
WWE Elimination Chamber.
It was good.
WWE Championship match.
Championship. Now, I was talking about Riddle. We're talking about Riddle. So Riddle wins. I like that because Big Bobo moves over to the main event picture because he's just kind of.
It's time.
Yeah, it's time. Yes. I thought you were tapping out on me. Like, shut up.
No.
Your time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm happy to see that. Are we gonna just go ahead and talk about that now? Since
I mean,
I hope Riddle doesn't hold it for long, and I hope he defends it a lot. Let's move on.
So we've got the WWE Championship match inside the Elimination Chamber. I really like the dynamic of the 5 former champions and some hard hitting guys in there. I mean, Sheamus, of course, you're going to get it laid in every single time, and AJ's known to be pretty snug, and I enjoyed that match too, man. I really really enjoyed that match. I really like the gimmick with Omos ripping the pod apart and getting AJ in the match early.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
So,
I really enjoyed that match. The potato fest between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre was a definite highlight.
that's putting it lightly, buddy.
They came out swinging there. They definitely, obviously they're close friends in real life, so they had a discussion about that beforehand. I'm sure.
Hit me and
lay the shit in.
I
fella.
want you to hit me. That was the discussion.
Fella, I want you to knock the shit out of me.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can. It was good. It was the second best match of the night for sure. I feel like that one was booked a little spotty. Truth be told, for me, it was a little like what, huh, what? Like Randy got taken out really early. There wasn't much storytelling there.
And I'm surprised at that. Like I thought for sure we were going to get a little bit of Alexa or the Fiend or something there with that whole Randy Orton thing, and we didn't get shit.
We got nothing.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking the same thing. There was a great opportunity there for something, and
they've been milking the crap out of it. And it seemed like things were going fast too, like they had time. And like they just kind of rushed through it, and it was like, and I was like, what? Wait, what? It's over already? And then like some shit rolled out, and it was like, that was it. I guess okay.
Yeah, like I was waiting for like the lights to go out when Randy was walking out, and like I thought we were gonna get some sort of fuse lit, to use a bad pun, with the Fiend and Randy Orton going into WrestleMania. Who knows? Maybe that's happening tonight, right now while we're recording, and we don't know.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's that part of it was real wishy-washy to me. I felt like they definitely left something on the table there. And Kofi being in the match was fun. I like Kofi Kingston.
It was fun. Yeah,
just the way that he eliminated Randy was really strange, and then like
that shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah,
I mean, truth be told, that was like, I was shocked. So kudos to them. It's hard to shock me.
Going back to the potato fest real quick, I feel like there was a moment in the match where Sheamus and Drew McIntyre are both just hammering each other, and Kofi and Jeff Hardy jump over on top of them like they're going to get them some, and then they quickly realize like, oh shit, we're throwing real ones here. Excuse me.
Rounds, pal.
Because then they just take a potato and they take a powder, I guess you would say, and they're out of the ring, both of them, for a minute.
You want to know what I found very interesting? Something that I don't think any of us are accustomed to seeing: an AJ Styles botch.
Yes, it was kind of blatant too.
It was bad. It was bad. It was real bad. And then he went back to the well and he tried it again, and it was ugly the second time too.
Not as ugly.
It looked like he headbutted Drew right in the dick.
I feel like Drew felt that, and he sold it really well. Like there's no. He tagged at least one testicle. At least one testicle went. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh. But I was after it happened, I was sitting there and I was like, man, when was the last time we saw AJ Styles try a 540? It's been a while.
Yeah. He pulled off one with Shinsuke.
Did he?
Yeah, there was one. They had like 4 matches, man. It was a lot.
I'm so happy that Shinsuke's back to his normal music, and I don't know what was up with that. I just feel like it took away from how I like my Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out with the normal music.
Nakamura. He's on his retirement. He's on his retirement run, buddy.
No.
Oh, dude, he's like 43. He's
Well,
on
in Japanese years, that's only like 20.
No, in
he's
Japanese years, that's like 72.
he's on his retirement run, buddy. He just wants to be like part of the like main card. Look, he'll come out and he'll perform for you, but like don't make him do it like on a nightly basis. Let him go surfing, and like he doesn't want to hold a main title. It's like me. So look, there have been so many weddings over the last several years when anybody says, I'm like, yes, my children will happily walk down the aisle as your ring bearers. However, do not put me in this wedding. Do not make me rent a tux. And I'm like, I will do whatever you want for me. And that's where Shinsuke is. Don't make me rent a tux. Do not put me in this wedding. Do not put a title on me. And that's it.
Just let me get paid, pal.
Yeah, that's it. Look, you want me to hold the Intercontinental Championship for like a week or two and like defend it on like 2 weeks later on TV? That's fine. That's fine. And I will do that. I'll drop it or I'll retain it and then I'll defend it a couple weeks later and drop it, whatever. But like, don't make me be the champion for 2 years. Please, for the love of God. I'm an old man. I just want to go surfing and like I want to show up and be like, hey, Shasta. That's it.
That's Michael Cole's job. You leave it.
It's Corey Graves, pal.
Graves. It's great.
No, whoever.
Pull
Yeah.
your fucking head out of your ass.
Shasta.
Fuck, man.
You fucking AEW, Mark.
Yeah.
Fucking fanboy.
I can only, I only have so much brain space up here for
Photoshop my
wrestling,
finger.
so
really
I got to
long.
prioritize.
Make my finger really long.
Yeah, well, you prioritize the wrong fucking way, so. So, Drew McIntyre retains in what I thought was a pretty good Elimination Chamber match. Elimination Chamber is one of my favorite.
Me too. I loves it. My son's still playing Xbox. I just got a trophy. I'm gonna catch up to you, Derek.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get
But
yourself.
it only taken 2 people to do it, Derek. So
Yeah.
Well, one of them's 7 though. To be fair,
That's true. And he's on remote learning, I'm sure, right now. So he has lots of extra time.
an immense amount.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the moment of the night. And new. The Miz cashes in Money in the Bank and beats Drew McIntyre to become the WWE World Champion.
With the assist from Bobo.
Right. Which is what I was alluding to earlier. Is we had the Bobby Lashley moment at the end of the show as well. So apparently we're going to get a 3-way with Bobby Lashley and The Miz and
I don't think so.
Drew McIntyre. Do you think Drew's just going to just he's going to go on with Sheamus and then that's the end, or no?
No. I think they're gonna they're gonna sift Drew out. Like, no, you lost. But I do think that Bobo is going to beat the shit out of The Miz and then take the WWE Championship and hold it. I do think he will defend it against everybody except Drew. And I think he will kill whomever. He'll kill Mustafa Ali. He'll kill Ricochet. He'll kill whomever. Like the like mid. Like he'll kill Sheamus at some point. He'll beat up all those guys, and he'll just keep the title. And I do think we're gonna get Bobby versus Drew at WrestleMania. I think Drew's gonna climb his way up, and I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Drew will probably beat him at some point before, or like almost beat him, but like there'll be some kind of screwiness, and then like after Drew clawing his way up, and then Drew will beat him at WrestleMania in front of fans. And I think
and get his moment.
Yeah,
I feel like it really sucks though that we were building up with Drew versus Sheamus, and I was pretty excited for that. And obviously, also we had the dynamic of the championship involved there, and now we've lost that, and I guess we're gonna end up meandering along this storyline now. I don't know which way we're gonna go. Like, and I hope they don't go with what I had suggested earlier as far as a 3-way. Because honestly, I hate 3-way matches. I think they're
Well,
stupid.
I mean,
I think
that's what
they're
they did.
irritating.
That's what they did with Io and Tony Storm and Mercedes Martinez, and it ruined the fucking match.
I mean, it's
Um,
basically you're just putting a fall person in there, is what you're doing.
that's what they did with
dumb.
John Morrison too.
Yeah.
Hey, and speaking of John Morrison, since the Miz won the WWE Championship, they're splitskis, aren't they?
No,
Ah,
they're broskies.
I think they're splitskis, pal.
No, I think they're broskies, pal.
I don't know. He
Tonight
didn't come
on
out
Raw, we'll tell the story.
at any moment, did he? I don't remember John Morrison coming out, but
I
we
assume
started the show
they-
as you guys were yelling at me to turn down my TV, so I could be wrong.
Well, yeah, we yell as you turn down your TV because if any of our viewers and or listeners watched or listened to our Royal Rumble show, everybody knows that you're deaf as a motherfucker and that I could hear your TV in my basement from your house.
I bet
Seriously,
you Lindsay thought you were like Lindsay probably heard it upstairs through your shit.
seriously, how do you listen to things that loud? Like, look, you have children, man. Like, get some earbuds for God's sakes. The things
I've been telling him for months, Tom.
Look, they come in these these little chargey cases, and like they Bluetooth connect to your TV. You can plug them into your ears. They're fucking deaf anyway. It'll plug the fucking sound right into your brain, and it'll just pump it in. These are like $20, man. Like
I've
just
been
do
telling
it.
him for months, Tom. Been telling him for
try.
months. And that's what he just keeps saying. I have to try it. I have to try it.
Yeah. It's
I
out now.
It's $20. It's $20.
So do we like the Miz as the WWE champion going towards
Yes.
WrestleMania?
Yes. No. Hear me out. Stop. Pause.
I love it. So
Okay, you love it. That's fine. Look, it's a thing that like I'm into on the level of like it mucks everything up. It mucks everything. Look, Miz ain't gonna beat anybody right now, right? Like that's the crux of the situation. That's the crux of the Miz's career is that he can't beat people in the sense of like, oh man, I'm a top competitor. But he's an opportunist. He's not the ultimate opportunist, but he's an opportunist. He's like, yes, please, yes. But he is an opportunist in the sense of it worked. It just worked. And I like that it worked. I liked the money in the bank was cashed in. It's not a factor anymore, and now we go into WrestleMania without it. And
it was fun this year, Money in the Bank.
I feel bad for Otis.
Same. I was so happy when Otis won it.
Big heel turn though this Friday for Otis.
And honestly, Money in the Bank is my favorite pay-per-view. Like that, if I could watch one, if that's like, say this was before times where you had to buy them, that's the one I would have bought every year.
It was the old times.
Now you just waste your money on AEW pay-per-views.
Yes, I did.
Wait, you pay for those?
Yeah, I gotta support the project. Tony Khan doesn't have enough money.
Hey, Moneybags, I need to like refinance a couple things. You want to? Anyway,
hey,
I hate money. I just give it away.
So one more
money.
thing, and then we'll move on. How about the promo that the Miz cut on WWE's Twitter after the match?
Yes. So the Miz, as far as promos are concerned, the man is the world champion of promos. Let's not beat around the bush with that. The Miz and promos are.
I'll be honest, I didn't actually see it, fellas, so I got nothing on this one.
Go watch it.
So
Sorry.
do you know what I liked about it? I liked the fact that when he cut the promo, he was very, very, very much the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike our buddy, Mr. Ricochet, who this week tweeted out, at the end of the day, professional wrestling isn't true wrestling either. It's not collegiate wrestling. It's an art form. So it can be portrayed any way the artist feels. Same with music. People have different tastes.
It took us an hour to get here.
To which Mr. James E. Cornette directly
Corny to
replied
you and me.
to Mr. Ricochet that said, another way to look at it is you could blow your fucking opinion out your ass. Artist, I wish there was a word for you and the rest of the cosplaying middle school cheerleaders that infest wrestling these days. Oh, there is. Soft. And then he said, hashtag fuck off.
WFT.
Soft? Dude, Corny's
So
a
let's
fucking
talk
idiot.
about kayfabe, gentlemen.
That's just stupid old dinosaur bullshit is what that is.
Well, you don't like kayfabe, pal?
Corny has drawn more money than you or I could ever hope to draw in
Well,
the history of our lives. However,
it's like he's an adult trying to act like he's a fucking.
He's
this is
not
an
an
imagination station at Pappy's Playhouse.
He's an old man. He's an old man who is speaking the truth of what it takes to draw money in wrestling. Okay, look, kayfabe is fucking important, and I'm not going to tell you. Look, I'm going to get this out of the way. As far as Pretty Ricky's concerned, Ricochet, he did not cross the line as far as I'm concerned. He sort of danced the line, and he just said some stuff like, it's an art form, da 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 da. And for somebody like him, he's right in his sense. However, with his own mindset in the non-like, I'm going to beat the shit out of whoever is the champion cold. He's not The Rock. He's not hungry. The hunger is not there. You don't feel it with Ricochet. He's phenomenal. As far as people can do all that flippy stuff, I would rather have Ricochet on my brand than just about anybody else. Maybe not Rey Fenix. I kind of really like Rey Fenix. But as far as all that's concerned, Ricochet is the man, with the flippy stuff. And I don't think he necessarily crossed the line. However, back to Corny and back to kayfabe. Kayfabe is immensely important, and the loss of kayfabe, and I understand why, like, Corny is sort of the gatekeeper of kayfabe, where like he comes in and smacks down this, like, any, like, even you get close to that line, Corny's like, fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck your parents, fuck your grandparents, kill yourself. And that's really where Corny comes in. And it's like, I get it, because like kayfabe is everything for him. And it's sort of the long and short of wrestling, because for me particularly, if you're just out there like Kenny Omega, just out there like kayfabe's not a thing, and like here I am, like with this like fingers and all this other stuff, like it just it's nothing, right? It becomes a little bit too much of an art form. It becomes a little too silly, and at the same time, like,
it's entertainment, man.
It's not the look.
So kayfabe is like Santa Claus. It's important, and you think it's real, but there becomes an age whenever you start to question it, and then finally you realize, like, oh, this is predetermined. But that's okay. I still love it. I still love Christmas, even though the fat man doesn't come down my chimney. I'm okay with it. Christmas is still awesome.
You don't have a chimney, pal.
I do have a chimney.
All right,
you know that I have a fireplace.
All right,
you sat not in my fireplace, but beside my fireplace.
Walt is Santa Claus. All right,
we probably just ruined some kids, Santa kayfabe now.
I'm gonna stop you right there. So if you're talking about, let's say Ricochet, particularly, his name's Trevor. If we're talking about Trevor, as a personal human, who he's not in character, that's fine. It's one thing. However, if you're walking around Disney World and you see Mickey Mouse outside shaking hands with kids without the head piece on, he's holding it in his hand because it's hot outside, because it's Orlando, Florida. Disney ain't gonna be cool with that. In fact, that dude's fired, and that's how I feel about kayfabe. Look, if Mark Calloway wants to give an interview and say, "Oh, yeah, wrestling's this way, that way, whatever," and out of kayfabe, whatever. But if he shows up as the Undertaker, bong. If you show up as the Undertaker, you give the interview as the Undertaker, and he's always done that. And kayfabe is important, and I'm going to tell you it's important eternally, because if you're not keeping kayfabe, look, Pat McAfee understands that kayfabe is important. Pat McAfee did his own. Look, Pat McAfee's podcast has nothing to do with wrestling for the most part, but he did his whole podcast with one of those fake neck braces on for weeks, more than 1 week. Like it was like 2 or 3 weeks. He just did it with the fake neck brace on because kayfabe is important to him. And Pat McAfee was the best thing on NXT for that period of time. He was killing it. Kayfabe is important. You're not going to convince me that kayfabe is not important. Kayfabe is the most important thing to Jim Cornette. And without kayfabe, whatever, fuck it. Why would we watch wrestling? Why do I give a shit? I don't give a shit. Keep it in kayfabe. Because if you don't keep it in kayfabe, you're going to ruin it for me. I'm like 36 years old. Like, it's not a thing that's like... even like I know it's predetermined, but if you're not going to keep it in kayfabe and you're just gonna like wink wink nudge me, I'm not gonna watch, and I don't care anymore because now you don't take it seriously either. So just go fuck yourself, and I'll go watch cartoons or whatever because those are really serious.
It's really funny because like for me, I fall right dead center between the two of you. Like, for me, The Undertaker was the last great kayfabe artist, right?
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar is
He's
just
just
that
him.
way.
Yeah.
Like, he's just that way. By all accounts, he's a sweet, sweet man, but he doesn't care about anybody's opinion. He
doesn't like you. He doesn't like... I'm surprised he likes his wife.
Yeah,
He
it's
probably
like
doesn't
me.
half the time. He's just like, come, woman.
It's kind of like me. I like you whenever it's convenient for me. Yeah. Because, quite frankly, I could give two shits if Derek fell off the face of the earth tomorrow. Tom, I'd be sad if you left, but, it is what it is.
I'm not going
I don't
anywhere.
want Tom to leave.
But anyways, listen. So
Kicking me out.
I'm dead
He's
center.
almost vaccinated. He's solid.
Yeah, he's half vaccinated. So, I'm dead center between the two of you. I could give two shits if these guys want to go out and they want to pull the curtain back and say, hey, my name's Trevor. Roman Reigns did it. Think about it. Did it on live TV in front of a capacity crowd. Said, hey, my name's Joe, and I have leukemia.
He had cancer.
That was rough.
Okay. He had cancer.
Damn.
That's great. Sorry for my man. I really am. But he told the whole world, my name's Joe. But we accepted that. That's okay. We weren't mad about that.
If you have cancer, you get a pass.
So we have a double standard then.
Yes, just with cancer.
Oh, okay.
It's the cancer clause.
Oh,
it's the
cancer clause. Okay.
Only that.
I was unaware of the cancer clause.
Or if you're dead. Cancer.
It's standard in all wrestling contracts.
If you have cancer or you're dead. That's it.
So to me, it's not the end of the world. Like if these guys want to, like I said, pull back the curtain and let us in, I'm all for it. But at the same point in time, if you get a guy like MJF who is in character 1,000,000% of the time, every single minute of every single day, I love it. I love that he's out here calling 7 and 8 year old little kids crack babies and, telling them that your mother's a whore, and he's doing autograph signings and women are walking through and he's like, oh, you look like you just came off of a 12-day coke bender. Like, I like that shit. And I'm entertained by it. And I love the fact the attention to detail for his character is there. I respect it. But at the end of the day, if tomorrow MJF wanted to tweet out and say, "Hey, I'm sorry for all the shit that I've ever said to anybody in my entire life," I would be okay because it's a dude that's doing a job. Like,
No,
yeah,
look, he sang with Jericho.
this
that
isn't the
was
70s anymore, pal.
no, it's
Yeah.
yes, it is.
I'm just saying, like,
It's at least the 80s.
I love and appreciate and respect guys that want to maintain kayfabe, but I'm not living my life by it. Derek, don't agree with me because you're fucking too far to the other way. Okay, like
I'm just
like
nodding along. I'm good.
Tom's not going to agree with me because I disagree with him, and you shouldn't be agreeing with me because I still disagree with you. So just because
Well,
I
fuck you,
ride the middle, okay, I'm driving down the middle of the road. Nobody should be agreeing with me right now, especially you ugly looking motherfucker.
Why would we crash into you? Like, if you drive down the middle of the road, like, you're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, I hope you don't break down and that you need,
Stop.
like picked up on the side of the road. Because fuck you, I'm not gonna pick you up
Stop
because I'm an
killing
ugly
everybody.
son of a
Like,
bitch. Apparently,
stay in your lane, Walt.
learn to
You're out of your
drive.
lane. You're out of your element, Donnie. You're out of your element. No.
Kayfabe, take it or leave it. I'm good either way. Let's just keep on keeping on. I love me some wrestling, and if guys want to say, "Hey, this is who I am," and other guys want to say, "Nah, fuck you," I'm okay with that too. I just want them to have the most, the most entertaining matches and be the most entertaining character on television that I'm watching every week. I don't keep up with a lot of the extra bullshit. I do, but I don't. So entertain me.
Maybe if things were more entertaining.
Entertain me on the 12 hours of wrestling that I have to watch every week, and then we'll go from there.
All 12.
All 12.
One Fall WrestleCast.
Speaking of all 12 hours, let's hurry up and hit this match of the week real quick. I'm sure everybody found one in the 15 hours we had this week. Tom, who you got?
First men's Elimination Chamber with Daniel Bryan winning. It was what I wanted to watch. I turned it on. It happened. I saw it. I watched it. I liked it. And then even the little segment afterward was with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan almost winning. That whole thing encompassed what I like about wrestling, and it's what I like about the Chamber. Like, the Chamber is good, and that was in a very condensed, sort of rushed way. What's good about the Chamber? So kudos to them for mashing it in, and love that.
Good shit. Derek, what about you, bud?
Well, so I just want to point out that as a runner-up, I'm going to give that to Brian Cage and Sting because I liked me watching some old man Sting get thrown down. That was pretty funny.
The look on his face was one of pain and discomfort.
Yes, he did not seem to enjoy that very often, but whatever. So I think I'm going to do something a little different and actually go with Serena Deeb and Rio because I want to know what it is that's so great about this match. If all these people online say this was the stuff, this was the best match of the week, this was the best match of AEW that night, and it was a great women's match, I need to hear about it. Give it to us in the comments or whatever if you're listening this far in, because it's a long one tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that for my match of the week, even though I was not entertained. I cannot claim that, but for what it's worth, that's gonna be it.
So you go with Riho.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
You're
go out, watch it. Tell me if it's good.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, you just shit on that match like a half an hour ago.
It was terrible.
Now you're gonna call it your match of the week.
I hated it.
It's just that's like wiping before you poop, pal. Don't make no sense.
Well, it does make sense if I'm trying to draw attention to it so that other people will go watch it.
So, a match that you didn't like,
yeah,
you gave the nod as your match of the week.
Yeah.
So it was a match that you didn't like was your favorite match this week.
Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense, which
Oh.
is why I'm trying to talk you through this here, pal. I think Tom might be onto something. I think you might be drunk.
No, it's just water and Capri Sun.
I'm just saying
Capri Sun.
you just picked Riho versus Serena Deeb as your match of the week that you just shit on 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
You're drunk.
All right.
So
what else can I go with?
I mean, it was 60 minutes ago. Let's be fair.
That's true.
Okay, well, I
I'm
try
an
to
old
give him
man.
the benefit of the doubt, pal.
You're not an old man. Walt and I are old men. You're.
You know what?
the-
Actually, I did honestly, truly like was the Bobby Lashley match, even though Bobby Lashley lost. But I did like him and the Broski,
Bro.
You know,
Whatever. I'll give you
it is what it is.
I'll give you a pass,
Bro,
pal.
he threw his dudes
Move
around.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to agree with Tom. I think that the SmackDown Universal Championship #1 contender Elimination Chamber match was the match of the week. I really enjoyed the pace of it. I know Derek didn't like it because it was slow and there was no flippy bullshit.
Nope, there was no,
and it
bullshit
wasn't
at
bad
all.
storytelling.
It sucked.
It was a good match. So that's my match of the week.
Jeff
Brian
Hardy
Cage
swung
and Sting
on
was the
everybody.
best. Go watch
Yep.
that.
That wasn't a match. That was just Brian Cage powerbombing.
It counted. You know, there was some action to it.
It looked like Sting. Listen, Sting's face looked like his soul left his body. I'm just saying. He hadn't taken a bump in like 10 years. What's it been? Probably, 5-6 years since he's taken a bump?
And that's not the guy that I want giving me a bump. I don't think he's going to be gentle about it.
No,
I don't
he
think
was
he
gentle.
knows how to be, that.
No,
that
you
nice
watched
about
that. He was crazy. Like
I have heard
I'll take that.
they
powerbomb.
even put extra padding and whatnot. Not protection
that's
for Sting
That's fine.
because his back hurts, man. He's old.
Great. Well, then he shouldn't be there. I'm just saying.
I know.
All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tie a bow on this one with Derek's shitty commentary and shitty match choice and shitty ideas about how great AEW is, and
It was really shitty tonight. Yeah.
Overall, just poopy paper.
I didn't have
fucking
nothing
on your
good, man.
hands.
There was nothing that moved me this week. I didn't
You're a
get
bum.
moved.
You're a bum.
AEW needs to pick it up. They do.
Yeah, they haven't had
I mean,
anything good. I'm sorry.
WWE does too, but like, God, if WWE is better than you, like, God, you've only got 2 hours. Like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have Orange Cassidy match. That was also terrible.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You just had
Oh,
your
you know
tongue
what was
going.
good? All right, hold on.
God, here we go.
You know what was really good?
I thought we were gonna get through a whole week without this.
Proud and Powerful.
Yeah,
That was a good match. Yes.
It
Well,
was-
you can't call them that anymore, I don't think.
No,
Santana and Ortiz.
Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah.
So,
They had,
all right,
they had a phenomenal match.
pause button.
Yes.
Why did they get a match when they're not the #1 contenders?
I mean, that's just, that's how Tony Khan books. It's just draw that shit out of a hat and we'll see what sticks.
So, like, wins matter, but
Right.
Like-
But the hat also matters. You
So
have
it's
to
like-
have lottery luck on your side every time
So
he books a card.
so it's wins and there's like a hat. It's I imagine. It's
Yeah,
like a
I think there's like a multiplier for it's like an entry thing where the more wins you have, the more entries you get into the hat. And
Is it like a Frosty the Snowman like magic hat? Is it like busy, busy, busy?
oh my god.
With that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go home here, pal.
Ooh.
So thank you so much for watching this week, listening. We appreciate it. Go check us out on the old Twitter and Instagram at @1_Fall WC. That's ONE. Check us out on the old YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, you know that we exist. We're working hard to continue to provide you with some good stuff.
We're not
Hey.
working that hard.
Yeah, you know.
We like existing though. So
Yeah,
Walt works hard. Like
Walt does. He
try, guys.
says he does anyway. I don't know. I've never actually seen him work, but I've seen end products of things that he says he's done, and they seem good. So
I work the opposite of hard. Where that is.
Well, we're just happy to have you, Tom, even though you're tired and grumpy. And we're gonna allow you to go and be tired and grumpy with your wife.
It's late. I'm gonna do the same. We're way over time. Get us the fuck out of here, Walt.
We're an entire 6 minutes over our normal runtime, pal. So why don't you just shut the fuck up? So with all that being said, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast.
Peace.